and welcome back to the colony with Man of the Ants, playing some more Empires of the Undergrowth today, where we'll have another attempt at Rising Tide in just a moment. So first of all, let's just run through the comments from the last couple of videos, because as I was basically recording the last one, a wonderful guy called Charles Anderson come along and gave me some rather helpful tips on the previous video, 2 videos ago. So let's run through those very quickly. He said at the start of Rising Tide there is a dead queen by your queen with 300 food, which I'd never noticed. I've looked back at my videos and it is definitely there, but I'd never noticed that before. So that's something for us to keep an eye on. So we can use that to start building workers straight away rather than dig into the other food. So use that and then go for the rest of it. Charles said go for about 19 workers before, if you can, before you open the colony up. So that's interesting. He also said something I wasn't really aware of, and I think I might have even asked this as well. He said the workers will prioritize digging over gathering food. So if I had a bunch of food in here, and I had a marker and then telling them to go there, but I also said dig out these three tiles here, they would dig before they went and gathered any food. Even if they had to run past the food to get there, that command overrides everything else. So that's quite interesting to know as well. Maybe you have to be a bit careful with that as the level progresses. So on the last video then, again, a whole slew of comments, very helpful. Thank you as always, guys. So Lego said camping at the spawn entrance is still your best bet. So just bring your army a bit closer to that spawn entrance to give your ants a little bit more time to hatch. So it's a 50-50 on that, really. I mean, it kind of gives them further to go, but I guess what he means is it gives your larvae more time to grow after they get immediately wiped out by the spiders. We can give that a go. After you have the numbers, focus on upgrading your range ants to level 3. Their splash damage is active at this stage and very powerful, while workers and melee ants protect them. So that's what we want to do. We want to get a large number of ants, and then get the melee, immediately mucked up, get the ranged ants upgraded as quickly as we can. So there we go. Lego also said the suspense was killing him after the ants got destroyed on the first night. Loved that I kept fighting and made it to the 3rd night. I really probably should have stopped after the first night when I almost got decimated, but there was just a little bit of me that was just like, well, let's just keep seeing where we go with this, and took it quite far, really, didn't we? So Charles, again, on this video said, if it's just workers, turn off your attack. So that's when they're going and collecting food on the beach levels. Turn off their attack so they don't get bogged down in trying to take on the other ants. So that's good to have confirmed. For your nursery workers, attack and food gathering was on. Turn it off and they'll keep putting eggs down as you fight. Silly. Yeah, very silly, actually. It's a very good point. If the nursery group, if we just tell them to do attack and food, just turn off their attack and food gathering, they will only do eggs. I'm guessing that everything else overrides that again, so that's quite good to know. He also says, do not upgrade ants, go for numbers over upgrades. Spiders always one-shot your ants. So a little bit in contention with Lego's advice of getting the ranged ants up there, but I'm leaning a little bit towards the numbers. I think the ranged stuff would be good, but they're, what, 60 food each? That's 180 food per ant. So to get a ranged upgraded to full, you could build another 2 ranged with that. So I'm kind of leaning towards having just a bunch of unleveled. I think that's what I'm going to go for. Euler said good 3rd attempt, maybe the delay on the 3rd night that cost you the loss. Yes, almost certainly. I'd agree with that, yes. Lost on a good amount of food, having to build it back up. Yes, indeed. I think that was a massive problem. Talked about the food tiles and how to get them up to a higher level. Okay, he's talking about where he places his food tile, and I don't necessarily understand it straight off, but we'll ignore it for now. He did say that he thinks the rapid fire would be best for this level. The mortars don't shine until level 3 where they get the splash damage. Completely agree with that. I think the rapid fire probably would be a bit better, particularly against the spiders who do move so fast that there's a good chance that by the time the mortar's been shot, then you're never going to have the spider's not going to be there to actually target. But yeah, I think this is the mortar playthrough, the hard mortar playthrough. So I'm going to have one more attempt with the mortars. If that doesn't work too well, then we will we'll drop back to the rapid fire, I think. So what else have we got? A new person, a new viewer, A Carlo 7. Nice to meet you, Man of the Ants. Nice to meet you too, A Carlo. basically summarizes my some you did well, some you failed. Yeah, some with bad strategy, but some succeed. Or some with bad strategy, but succeed and now defeat. That pretty much summarizes everything, doesn't it? Can you at least build one food storage before the Antz would be much easier to begin with? I like to try and just use up that initial food, but if we are going to have that 300 food, I suppose, that might not be a bad idea. Always had 70, so this is the starting food. Storage has 70, the worker costs 20, so you'll get a soldier and a shooter, you just get one out of it. So yeah, that's not a bad point, I suppose. On the spider tactic, you can defeat it 1 by 1 or less than 5. When it comes to more than 5 or a swarm, it's too dangerous. You must put all the ants into the queen's chamber quicker. Even with the amount of ants I had, it might still be impossible to protect the queen. Need numbers like almost 100. You can upgrade them, but you need to surround the spiders so they can attack from behind without being fanged and killed. Yeah, okay, that's quite interesting. So again, that kind of comments on the, or sort of backs up just the huge number of unleveled workers rather than anything else. So Charles again said my start was better, but next time build 13 workers from the dead queen, get up to 19, and then go down to the beach. And CT7813 said become a Soviet and use your numbers. Yes, okay, so thank you to everyone for your comments. As always, they are massively, massively appreciated. I mean, it takes me a while. With your help, you can only imagine. If I was playing this just like, you know, not recording and just playing this at home trying to figure it out, I'd spend hours trying to get these things done. So this is the dead queen that starts right next to us that we just completely missed before. So let's not do that. Let's think about this.
The perfect vantage point for scavenging hapless morsels washed in by the tide. At the moment, the tide is out. But it won't stay there.
Yeah, that's fine.
The ants must make haste and stockpile what they can. Why?
So this is going to become our food chamber. So I think I am going to build a food chamber first, because we aren't going to have enough food to deal with it anyway. And that's not going to cost us too much. And then let's build a horde of workers. And we will expand this one down here. It's like that, isn't it? Yeah. But for now, let's just get them gathering that lovely dead queen's food. And we can just get a bunch of workers built straight away. In fact, we're going to need to extend this, aren't we? So Dead Queen's still got a little bit of food in her. She's got another 4 or so left. So we'll let them get back to that. We'll leave them in there for now so they can help ferry stuff around. It's already up to 10 at the moment. That's not bad, is it? That's 11 and that queen is gone, and there's still a little bit of free food just over here. Now that there's plenty of them to dig, let's get this chamber down here dug out as well. And then we'll move these into their own group and send them down there to start gathering some more food. We might have to keep a bit of an eye on how much food we actually have in store here. Just because we want to have a little bit in the reserves when we first go out and forage the shores. That's everything. I'm a little loath to build more than that, really. So, let's go out there then. So someone did say... in fact, I will do another one because it's gone up to 60 now.
There is food to be found.
Someone did say that what you should do for the first run when you come outside is actually time your runs on this bunch of food here. Wait for the beetles to disappear and time your runs on this. Now, I did try that on, I think, my first attempt, and I just couldn't. As soon as I will start to click towards it, the beetles will come down towards me. See, that demonstrates a good time you probably could have got there. So I'm not sure they would have seen them there, but it just seems like such a risky strategy for essentially no reason. There's a little bit of food down there. The food stores are full. That is wonderful news. Let's get all 19 of those done. Got a tiny bit more food there? Yeah. So let's move them away from there. Is that food? What is that? That's just a pebble. I think it's just a pebble. Okay, so let's turn off their attacking. Let's leave their food gathering on, shall we? Because that would be mental. Let's turn off the nursery's food and attacking.
There are other wood ants out here. They have also come to take advantage of the buffet provided.
I'm wondering if we should do more workers to start with.
Favor the colony with the
Really just build up on the worker numbers before anything else. Why have I got two different... Why is the... Says the queen's a different species, so her nurseries are different coloured ants, are they? I don't think I ever noticed that before. I don't think I ever noticed that. So we will definitely lose a few to the enemy ones, so we're going to get the odd bite in here and there. Well, that guy got dragged into a fight.
The colony is starving.
But I think that's still going to be better for us overall. And there was kind of the hint of a suggestion that maybe you should deal with the food on the higher tiles, or higher tiers, I suppose you have to say, before you do the lower ones. But the lower ones aren't defended. So even though it does take longer for your ants to get back and get the food back into the colony, I think it probably works out better in the long run. Just to get them down there for that free food. I wondered why they're all fighting. Oh, there is a lot of mind fighting. Why are all mind fighting? Why are you getting involved? Just leave them to it. If they're going to kill, they're going to kill. You take your food and you run. Yeah, see, why are you getting involved with that? You're told not to fight. Okay. Why have you taken that out? Because something hatched, now you're going to take it over there. Wasting your time. You were in a food chamber. Just put it in there, you donut. So do I want to go for another batch? No, I probably do want to work on getting... some ranged in now, don't I? So that's going to be there, space, there, there. Okay. Tide's already rising. That's a bit of a pain, actually.
The lower levels of the beach will be flooded.
There isn't that much food for us to get here, is there? Ooh, okay. That means night's a little bit closer than I might have wanted as well. Be cheeky. There's a lot of enemies coming. Be cheeky. Be cheeky and run. That's going to be our strategy. Because on this level, yeah, food is miles away and it's defended by one of the small beetles. We can't be risking that. I might have to have a bit of a think about what we do here. Well, food stores are full. Okay, well that's a start. Hey, it's ranged, isn't it? Nope. Oh, it is. Okay. May as well get that one out. Or get it built, sorry. And then what are we going to do here? So there's a bit of food down here. I know there's some little beetles, but I'm hoping they don't come too close. Yeah, because the next tide's already coming in, look.
The water is rising quickly. The ants must head for higher ground.
Okay, be cheeky. Be cheeky and run. Nope. Run away.
The ants have been spotted by Cicindela dorsalis.
I lost a few there, unfortunately.
With its long
everyone run, everyone run, everyone run.
On these intertidal flats. It's wide.
So there's the food up here. There are now 3 beetles here, are there?
It's going to take a monumental.
Let's give this a go.
To bring this beast down.
Nope, 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 nope. No, no, I said no. Oh my word. What is wrong with them? They're going to get into a fight they definitely can't win. No, I'll take it back. That worked. Not for that one dude. going to just tell them to run away, because it looked like he was going to come even closer then. Run, 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 run. We've done all right there. We have done all right there. I'm happy with how that's gone. So the tide's almost reached its highest point. We're in a bit of a problem here, I think. We haven't got time to go down there. There's nothing else we can really get any lower down. All we've got to defend ourselves with is nearly a full batch of ranged. And 26 workers. I'm a little bit concerned about this, I'll be honest. I think we can probably get away with getting the last one built for there. So, let's get everyone gathered at the front.
Soon night will fall.
Or do we want to try and head them off outside? No, I want to get them inside for this, I think. So we know the first one's going to be a single one.
Wise for the roofer colony to stay underground.
And I want to get
that their nest remains hidden until the morning.
What's down there again? It's two big ones, isn't it? No, I don't think we can do 2 big ones. Not as we currently stand. He says.
Overground, nocturnal hermit crabs rule over the sands at night. These creatures are typically scavengers, searching for algae and carrion on.
Well, here comes this first one. I'm not too worried about him.
Of Formica rufa colonies into this area. This particular community of crabs has developed a taste for ant flesh.
I'm just concerned that I'm not going to be able to get that queen down in the corner before the end of the night.
The ants must mount
and that's 300 food we're not going to have. That is a problem. How did I get around that last time? And in fact, am I going to survive this fight? Because last time we had... pretty sure we had ranged and melee, didn't we? And we still almost died. Okay. No range. There's a ranged dude wandering around. Get over here, you donut. Get involved in this. What's wrong with you? You're our main attack force right now. Good lord. Shoot him. Why are you not shooting him? There's no reason for you not to shoot him. Oh, they're told not to attack. That's why they weren't attacking him, because they're told not to attack. Need to turn that off at night. Okay, lesson learnt there. I didn't think they came. Well, they don't come from that angle. That's fine. Concern. Let's get our first melee ant down. Oh, is this the first? This is the second one lot coming in? Yeah. This is the second lot coming in. This should be a bit more brutal this time. Hopefully. Now they've actually been told to attack.
A group of hermit crabs.
Yeah, that's a little bit more full on, isn't it?
The larvae must be protected.
Is our one... I think he has. Where is he? Oh, there he is. A little blue icon. That's our one melee ant. So what I haven't done, actually, is I haven't given you guys an update on my home colonies. Or colony, I should say, at the moment. So you'll know if you watched my video on my setup at home that I brought my ants, which are in a test tube, out of hibernation, connected them up to a new formicarium in Outworld. They've been happily using the new Outworld. They are loving that new Outworld, I'll tell you. The formicarium, they kind of went in and out. They didn't really do much with it for a while. They have now moved most of the eggs and larvae in that. What we now have cocoons as well after the post hibernation feed. They've moved most of the stuff into the new formicarium. The queen is still sat in the old test tube, in the old, disgusting, unclean test tube. She's still sat in there, refusing to move. I'm just watching this guy here. He's not coming in, is he? No, is there another attack coming in? I can't remember. Oh yeah, there is. Here it comes. Yeah, so she is still sat in there. It's getting to the point where I might have to start trying to force her out by really heating that tube up a little bit or something. Seeing if I can convince her to get out of there a bit quicker. So that's all good. The 2 queens that I have in test tubes. Just the one, is it? Oh no, there we go. The 2 queens that I caught last July, that are currently sat in test tubes. They are both doing well. They're both looking quite fat still, full of lots of food still. And sorry, I had a Steam message pop up. I was looking at that. And they both have cocoons as well, which is wonderful. So they've both had enough food in them to feed up their brood. It's going to be a struggle again, isn't it? Huh. Yeah, to feed up their brood and get them cocoons. And one of them's got quite a lot of cocoons and look like she's laid again as well. So that's really good news, really good news. So they are both hopefully just a couple of weeks away from their first Nantics at most, a couple of weeks away. And then we'll be able to get them in a proper setup so they can go out and forage for some new food. So I'm looking forward to that. So that is how my home colonies are doing. My virtual colony is going to struggle on this first night again, isn't it? Yeah. So we could probably come back for this and well, I don't know if we could actually, because there's still quite a lot there and very few things to attack them. We could possibly come back from this and do okay, but I think we've probably lost regardless, because our little nursery workers aren't going to do anything. So let's just stop that. Quit to form a carium. What can I do differently for that first night? I think the first thing we're going to do is we are going to have to go over to the rapid fire. See if they do us a little bit better, because the mortars, as fantastic as they're going to be when they're leveled up, getting leveled up mortars on this level is going to be a nightmare. So let's abandon the mortars for now. Let's focus on those. So we've got our workers busily digging out that food.
Brood in a burrow near the sea. Her nest is just on the outskirts of the beach. The perfect vantage point for scavenging hapless morsels washed in by the tide.
Let's get these built.
But it won't stay that way.
And I know they'll prioritize the digging over the food gathering, but that's fine for now. Let's build our first 3 workers. Then they can get that queen done and we can start carrying on with these workers over here. Get those into their own group. We'll leave their food gathering on for now, but we'll turn off their attacking. Okay, so that's that one done. That still is melee ranged, isn't it? They haven't changed the order up? No. Okay, that's fine. There's a little bit of concern there. Is that queen's still there? I thought she'd be gone by now, but she's still there ticking along. So let's get that dug out. Build some more workers. They'll finish off that queen. So the queen's gone, so they can dig through there. We can send this first lot down here as they start hatching to gather. There's a little bit of food down here. So we're already out of food down there, so we're going to have to come out. I don't think we have any option as other than digging our way out of here at this point. So we'll turn off their attacking as well. We'll now turn off their food gathering for the nursery.
There is food to be found all over the beach. But the wood ants must be cautious and choose.
Well, in fact, saying that, there's a bunch of food outside normally, isn't there? So let's make sure they get this food first. In fact, no, let's not worry about that. Let's just send them down here straight away. I know they're still going to get the food outside first as they walk past it, but any that miss it, like this bit here, that can wait till later on when we've actually lost the tide levels a bit. And let's see if we can do that again, that cheeky little run. Food stores are full.
There are other wood ants out here.
So I'm thinking we'll do 19 workers and then we'll start doing the ranged rather than, I mean, it's only going to be what, 246. It's only 140, so it's only actually 2 range we can build rather than
the battle has begun.
Doing another 7 worker ants. But I just feel like we need to get that going quicker rather than leaving it. So let's get the first one done because I think they'll be coming back with some food fairly quickly. Getting harassed, but they'll get there. He's a little indecisive even. Couldn't pick which one he was going to stick with. So why are you getting involved in that fight? Why are 3 of you now stuck there attacking him when I've told you not to attack? That's quite frustrating. Now it's 4. That's 4 ants he's killed because they won't just ignore him and go on 5 ants because they won't just ignore him. That's 5 ants that should have been going backwards and forwards. Even if they die on the way, they could grab some food, start walking it back, and if they die here, the food's at least a bit closer to the nest. So let's add our first rapid fire ranged to the pool then. Now if that one goes. Ignore them. You just keep going. If you die, you die. Your mission is just to get the food close. Again, they keep getting caught up. There's another 3 of them. That's 15 food that's just got caught there. I don't really know what I can do to stop that. It's very frustrating. And it's massively impacting the amount of food we're managing to bring back as well. I'm just looking at the comments while they're bringing stuff back, and yeah, it was Charles that said us on the first day, do not go down to the beach, just focus on your level and the one under it. But I mean, it would save us a lot of ants dying needlessly from these annoying other ones, but I don't know if we'll be able to, if you're not grouped up, how are you going to get that in any meaningful fashion? Down here you're not going to get anything because it's way too close to that guy and that one. You're not going to get any of that. Let's build our second ranged attacker. Whoopity-doo. And here comes the first rising tide.
Soon the lower levels of the beach will be flooded. Any ants caught in the surge will be washed out to sea.
Let's try a cheeky run in here. See if we can't get a little bit of food. And that's way too far away, isn't it? Just don't get caught up in that fight with him, which you're about to do. I can see it happening. Let's try a cheeky run over here instead then. Food stores are full. So a few of them managed to grab something, but I don't think we're going to get much else from that. So let's try dare and raid up here then, shall we? Nope, not now. He's coming back. He's coming back. He's not coming back. Go for it. Another one's coming back. Stay. Nope, he's gone. Trying to watch their icons on the minimap. Nope, he's coming back.
The water is rising quickly. The ants must head for higher ground.
Don't notice me, don't notice me, don't notice me. Oh, it's going alright at the moment. Ah, food's about to fill up. That's why they're not grabbing anything. Oh, just in time, look. Nope, 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 nope.
The ants have been spotted by Cicindela dorsalis.
Yeah, I noticed.
Tiger beetle. With its long, slender legs, it's the king of speed on these intertidal flats.
No, 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 my god, no, no, no. Stop.
Jaws will slice effortlessly through squads of wood ants. It's going to take a monumental unified effort to bring this beast down.
Yeah, I know. That might be the last run we can do. So if that guy doesn't spot us. It is going to just clear it out though, which is nice. And then there are a handful of seeds down here.
The tide has almost reached its
And then, yeah, night is almost upon us. We've got our 7 ranged out of that. And we're going to have a little bit of food in store as well. But not a huge amount. Certainly not enough, I don't think, to get started on our... Or maybe we're up to 100. We can maybe get 1 melee. Maybe get 1 melee built if we're a little bit lucky. Which we actually need to do right now, because our food stores are full. I'm tempted to leave it at just the 1, because
night will fall.
I think we're going to struggle to get much more than that.
Nocturnal creatures begin to awaken. It would be wise for the roofer colony to stay underground and hope that their nest remains hidden until the morning.
So we've got our... Oh, we've got full food again. How did that happen? Okay, I can definitely get another one then. So we have got 7 ranged and 2 melee.
Overground,
We'll turn their attack on.
Rule over the sands at night. These creatures are typically scavengers, searching for algae and carrion on the beach. But due to the unusual incursion of Formica rufa colonies into this area...
I was going to say before this one arrives, but I can see him arriving now. Let's just get this...
For ant flesh.
...drawn out, and then I think once the attack is over, we can maybe look at starting it off.
A hermit crab has found its...
I'm hoping this goes down quite quick.
Must mount a swift and decisive defense.
We've only lost 2 food so far, so he's got rid of 1 worker. He's gone. Yeah, that went quite well. That went quite well. There's a little bit of food in him as well, so we'll be able to build another melee. Let's do that. Let's start this digging. Well, there's not many eggs to ferry around or anything. But I think this time I'm definitely going to leave this until the next day rather than trying to do this at the same time as taking on the horde of hermit crabs that are going to come in. And there's that 300 food down there, which is really, really useful, but I'm terrified about starting that fight off again. It's just a waiting game at the moment, unfortunately, because, yeah, we could kick this guy off, but he'll get to us the same time the hermit crabs do, so it's actually a really terrible idea. So I think what I'll do is I'll deal with these hermit crabs on the first night. The next day I'll send them all down to the beach. To the low tier beach, which is relatively undefended.
Stormed the nest. The larvae must be...
And then when the first tide comes in, that's when I'll come back in here and I'll focus on trying to clear out a bit of the space in here and getting some food from certainly the top left and bottom right corner. That's gone quite well. This is going quite well. So what's he got? He's got 70. There'll be another 77 from him. Let's get another melee built. That's gone quite well, yeah. It's given me a little bit of hope. There's another 140 coming. I could probably build another one, couldn't I? Yes, we've got bang on a little bit over 100 food now. Okay. So in fact, let's do another one. Okay. Food stores are no longer full. Shut up. It's not bad. It's not bad. I was about to start digging down there, but we've got the final wave incoming now.
More hermit crabs have found the nest.
It's the big one that comes in first as well, unfortunately, so everyone gets stuck on him, where the little ones come in then and just pick everyone off from behind. So you have to hope he disappears relatively quickly. We're already lost 14 food. About 20 food down. 30 food down. He's healing up, which is good, because it means he's been absolutely hammered. 40 food down, 50 food down. Almost, well, about 60 food down. That's gone, yeah, but he's gone, though. There's only 3 little ones left now. Still 60, isn't it? Yeah. So we're heading down towards no food, but it looks like we're going to be in a better position than we were on the first attempt, doesn't it? So we're out of food. Yes, the colony's starving.
Not enough food to feed the new brood.
We've almost killed the second one. One of the other two's half dead. So it's just healing up there. I think it's just finished healing up, so that's almost dead now. Just leaves one. So yeah, this night's gone a lot better. We've still been quite a battle of attrition, but we've got there. We got there. So I'm going to let them gather that food up. There's a few waiting to hatch. Yeah, there they go. Nice. Let's build that last one over there. Food stores are full. Let's start expanding our ranged. And we will need to expand our melee as well. And then we'll need another worker tile as well, I suspect. So that's it. So the tide is going down.
Day dawns. The hunters of the night return to the safety of the shadows, and the ants can begin to lay down new trails.
How are food stores full?
Must go on.
Don't know how that happened, but okay. So let's get harvesting, boys. Let's turn you, or let's leave your attack on. In fact, now that you're a bit more amassed. That's a nice bit of cheeky food gathering. I'm glad I've done that then. Yeah, it won't take too long to clear, but there's a nice little chunk just to the other side as well. Still not doing too bad for food, so let's extend this a bit more. Have to look at upgrading this in a bit as well. And this is what happened last time. We had so many ants actually come down that they just cleared through the food relatively quickly. Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. Let's send them... Well, we'll send them there because I'll probably miss that second batch otherwise, won't they? See, all this food coming straight back up. Look, that's awesome. It's a really good start today. So definitely worth just running out there as soon as you can. And let's look at upgrading.
Must defend themselves.
Upgrading those as well. And then we need to think about where we're going to build our next chamber, which is probably going to be here. Yep. Let's get that going. So it's mainly the workers getting involved still, unfortunately, rather than the actual melee or ranged Antz, but still. It's enough of the other ones, they should get involved now. We've got lots of food. Working our way up towards our first 19 ranged, which is brilliant. So they're going to actually clear that bit out there, aren't they? So let's start sending them down here. This is a very long way, but I think getting this food is probably quite important rather than the food that we have to fight for. It's a nice steady stream of food coming back, which is really good to see. Bit hesitant to go for that bit over there, just because the tide's not going to be that far away, and if we're all the way down here, some of them might struggle to make it back in time. So I think once these boys are done, these girls, sorry, all Antz are girls apart from the small flying ones you see. That's summer. Big flying ones are queens, little flying ones are the males. So, I might have a couple of cheeky raids down here. I'm guessing all that food's gone there, is it? Yes. So I'm going to gather a few here, and then we'll do a cheeky raid. Maybe followed by another cheeky raid. If we just go in en masse, grab a bit of food each, particularly when that's worked out really well when there's none of the enemy really around either. Yeah, that's worked out really nicely, actually. And then we'll do a similar thing here. Another cheeky raid. Is there more food up there, or does that not get replenished? That doesn't get replenished. That's fine. Oh, excuse me. Right, we've got a lot of food again, so let's start building some more Antz. Right, time for a cheeky raid. Oh, you're probably a bit too brave, mate, I think. I think that'll do in terms of cheeky raids. So there's a bit of spare food down here, actually. We could probably try and get a little bit of this. I know there's a tiger beetle wandering around, but there's a few bits on the outskirts we could probably grab without too much difficulty. That'll do, that'll do. Don't get involved. Turn your attack off. I said don't get involved. I turned your attack off, but okay. You're gonna get involved anyway, are you? Clowns. Right, food stores are full. Let's head back inside. Let's take those guys off. Let's build some more melee. Let's tide is starting to rise, so let's get that opened up.
Soon the lower levels of the beach will be flooded. Any ants caught in the surge will be washed out to sea.
Let's gather everyone around here.
Predators are loose in the nest.
Yes, they are. Bring it on. Bring it on. So let's get rid of this guy. He's going to get caught there, which is a little unfortunate. Can't really surround him too well, but there's a lot of melee around, which is good. Not many ranged going for him, which is a little bit less good. Just because I turned their attack off again. That's a bit better. Right. Then those 19 are going to get over there.
Food to feed the new brood.
You guys go up there. Nope, done it again. You guys go up there. The ones come over here. So the second tide is coming in.
The water is rising quickly. The ants must head for higher ground. There are intruders in the nest.
Yes, there are. Kind of counting on it, if I'm being honest with you, mate. So they've started making their way up there, which is great. Let's turn off their attack. Let's get everyone involved in this fight. One down. 2 down. That went really well. That went really well. So let's get the ones going down there to gather some food. We need to start looking at what we're going to build next. Another bunch of ranged, perhaps? Maybe I shouldn't have done a full... Or I haven't done a full 19. I've just done a 7. That's good. That's what I was thinking I should do. And where are we going to build the next batch? Up here, perhaps? Yeah, the final...
has almost reached its highest point.
Final tide is coming in, look.
They're about to be completely flooded.
Let's do that. So that 300 down there has gone. This will turn into a second batch of melee once it arrives. Don't want it to go too crazy. And then we need to start bringing the ones right out here.
There is another creature roaming the sands tonight. Arctosa littoralis, the beach wolf spider. In the day, these spiders retreat to the shade provided by larger plants.
And I was going to say, let's add the workers into it, but have they finished? They have finished. Let's add them there as well, and a bit more cannon fodder.
For a midnight feast.
That's basically what they're there for. So I'm going to leave this like that for now, because I think 150 food is probably required. But I think that puts us in a pretty good position, I think. I'm quite happy with where we've ended up at the moment. And it's basically the same tactic for this night. Well, same tactic, slightly different though. We're camped outside. So we'll camp out here, we'll take care of all the enemies. As soon as day comes, we'll go herring down to the bottom beach. And then the second night, we will start doing all these. So let's start digging little tunnels. Nothing much, because I'm concerned that if you get too close, it'll suddenly open up. I think that's everyone then, isn't it? It's just these 2 more. Let's turn the 5's marker off so that when I do put more in there, they don't just go herring towards the end of the nest. Check there's nothing down there. Perfect. It's just a waiting game now, isn't it? I didn't think it'd take this long for them to come back again. Come on now. Where are you, you cheeky spiders? Oh, there we go. Yeah, a little bit tough with these ones, aren't they? But they're doing what they should do, which is the melee are holding them off, and the ranged are doing a lot of the damage. That's worked out really well. That's worked out really well. There's a little bit of food there. Do they get damage from poison? Or just confuses them, maybe? A little bit of food that a few of them will bring back. That's fine. I have no concern with that. So we have actually gained food in this so far. So let's build another single melee. The only problem with this is that because they're cornering them right in their nest, they can't surround them properly. That's the only thing with this tactic, rather than waiting back a little bit. Food stores are full. I wasn't expecting that. Okay. So do we do more workers, or I think maybe we do another batch of workers. Do we extend these or do more workers? I might extend what I've got rather than workers. A silly hermit crab got involved. I don't know if he came out of there or if he just came a bit too close, but it's free food. I'll take it. So we're going to have to look at extending these pretty quick sharp. You almost went wrong there. I think I'm okay. A lot of fighting going. Oh, they got cornered down there and there are spiders. That's actually worked out fairly bad. It's worked out fairly bad. Just because we've got a whole bunch down there got caught. Particularly because there's a whole bunch of range down there that should be attacking. And they're now going to smash through this ranged bunch. Well, they're getting whittled down. They are getting whittled down. Come on, there goes another one. Focus on the almost dead one. There goes another one. Ah, there. Now they finished with that hermit crab, finally. That's actually going to... what we need. Yeah, there we go.
Enough food to feed the new brood.
I got a little close. A little too close for comfort. Fair bit of food out of it, though. There's another hermit crab there, so it's not worked out too badly food-wise, you know. We should have enough time to regain our strength before dawn comes, he says, as it looks like it's getting a bit lighter, perhaps. Oh, another spider. Where did he come from? He didn't come from the normal location. Not sure he's supposed to attack us. I think he's just caught us off guard a little bit. He's not going to survive too long, though. But yeah, in terms of food, that has worked out quite nicely. There's a lot of food around the nest. I know at least it's a little short on food, but I think dawn's coming anyway, so I'm not too concerned. Here it comes. Oh no, I think it's just my light I saw. Yeah, it's just my light I saw going across and I got confused. I almost can't build fast enough. There's so much food coming in. And they're not picking up that food, which suggests there's already enough food on its way in that We are once again full.
As the sun rises over a new day, the tide recedes. The nocturnal creatures return to the shadows, and once again...
Let's get these down here as quick as we can. Shall I leave the... I'll leave them on for now. Come on, tide, down you go. What have we got? Not much. Not much. What about down the bottom? Oh, not much either. Okay, we'll send them down that way first. We will absolutely smash through that. There's a whole bunch of food still for them to collect. Look at that, look. That looks sweet, doesn't it? Just a proper little horde. So that's that first batch gone. That's lovely. Is no one going to get this food here? Am I not close to being full again, surely? Oh, I didn't leave myself enough room to upgrade the food store or build it fully, but I could just do a little bit, I suppose. Food stores don't matter as much, although it's saying that's the only thing I'm actually upgrading, so it kind of does matter, doesn't it? You've already smashed through that, so let's send you up here.
The battle has begun.
Why is nobody gathering that? That's confusing me a little bit. Let's put the 5 separate. And send the 5s here. That's not going to last very long either. They're not picking anything up, so there must be enough food in transit.
This colony must remain small for now. Food is too scarce to support greater numbers.
And then we need to get some more built somewhere. Over here, I guess. We might as well just do the full 19 straight away, hadn't we? We have, of course, run out of food there, so we'll start massing. No, start massing there. 5 stay... What happened there? 5 stay there. Right, 1's mounting assault down there. That's it, and then pull back. Can we get another one in somewhere else? I don't think we can we? I think we'll have to do little ones after this. We can upgrade a few of these, though, which I do want to do. Just make sure we do have enough food so they're not lollygagging around. Right, let's have a raid up here, if you don't mind. On force, go, go, go. So I think I'm going to try and keep about 500 food in store if I can, if I've got enough for that. So I think these spiders are going to absolutely decimate us again. I don't think there's much question of that. We could probably take on that tiger beetle, couldn't we? If we can get a large enough group here. Food stores are full? 740 food? Alright, yeah, I'm happy with that. Or maybe not the adult. Maybe not the adult. Wouldn't mind the little kiddie winks, but the adult might be pushing it a bit. Okay, so where do we actually go from here? There's a little bit of food over there, and a little bit of food over there. Do we do that, or do we... Let's do it. If the tide was coming in, I'd say leave it, but it doesn't seem to be close, so let's... Oh, in fact, let's stick our new ranged on there as well. I haven't done that yet, that's silly. And if we're going to build another batch of melee, they'll probably come from there. Nope, don't do that. So let's start that digging out. And then maybe another one there. Well, another successful raid. So the first tide is coming in. So everyone come in.
Soon the lower levels.
Everyone return to the Queen. We've had a successful raid everywhere, pretty much. Now this one looks potentially a small bit safer, so let's do that one first. In fact, not yet, because we're still waiting for everyone to come back in. Let's wait for everyone to come back in first. Okay, now you can do it. It's another 19 ranged. I'm quite happy with that. Let's add those to there for now. Who's still out there? Is that one little dude? Oh, it's 3 of them. Persevering. Looks like that guy's probably level 2 or 3. Because he's taken a lot of punishment.
There are intruders in the nest.
And there's no good place to really fight these. So we'll just try and catch them when they're about here-ish. That's worked out about perfect, I would say. Or maybe not. They just managed to creep forward a little bit more. Look, okay. So now we want to put these over here. Send those up there.
The water is rising quickly. The ants must head for higher ground.
Turn on their food gathering, that would help. Oh, no, we've got enough of those. Let's start building some more melee. Why are they not gathering that food, I wonder? They seem to be getting very lost. They're very much stuck there, aren't they? That's what's going on. They just seem to be stuck. Could be a bit of a problem. Big guy's already gone. It's not a problem at all. I'll take it back. There's way too many ants down there. That's the problem. Let's start pulling them back a little bit. Now, I've got to say, I'm feeling quietly confident about this at the moment. We've got a good bunch of food from these two. We should get at least another chamber of 7 melee out of this, if not another full 14.
The tide has almost reached its highest point.
Might even send the ones out here in preparation. There's that hermit crab there. Why is no one getting the hermit crab? Is someone doing it finally? No, everyone's just ignoring that last little 15 food for some reason. Whatever. It might be because they're actually full at the moment. We can sort that out. Is it empty up there now, is it? Not quite, not quite. Let's add these to the attack force. How much food did I save last time? I think it was definitely hundreds. I don't know if it was 500.
And soon
It might be.
as the temperature drops,
I'm guessing that's
outside,
empty, so let's send the 5s over here now.
it would be wise for the roofer colony to stay underground. And
Might even get
hope
this
the
one
nest remains-
finished off. They will definitely get enough food to do it, so I want to get them enough enough we can actually get a full set out of them. And once that looks like it's empty, we'll bring these into the fight as well. But I think the first wave we'll probably get by on. And if I do look like I'm going to fill up with food, I will just increase my food stores. So I don't think I'm going to. I think we should be okay. Oh, first wave is here. It's very difficult to tell because I think they're just getting all stuck there and their health bars are just merging into one, aren't they? So this is where if we had level 3 mortars, they would be absolutely devastating them. But they have been devastated nonetheless. That's worked out quite well, hasn't it? Don't know if I want them gathering food, but they are. So let's just stick those in there to help with numbers, shall we? And let's grade a few of these tiles so we can actually just make sure we can get all this food in, because it's definitely going to help. We're just about to get mauled by crabs, are we? Yes, unfortunately we are. And it's good for food. I might even turn their food gathering off. I'm going to prevent their gather. But I'll have the 5s there separately and I'll turn on their attack. That's what I'll do. So we've got lots of food around now, which is really, really good. Well, I might actually... Wish I'd built those in a separate little... or split them up a little bit. Yeah, let's add those to there. So they'll help deal with the eggs. I think that's probably a bit more important. We've got 1,000 food. We can get a little bit more. So here's the second wave. Crabs, is it? Crabs and spiders, I think. It's very difficult to tell, isn't it? Well, I think it's just crabs. I think it's just crabs. Has cost us about 100 food already, and a spider has joined in quite frustratingly down here, look. But hopefully our 26 nursery workers are fielding the eggs around a lot. Once these are dealt with, I will turn on these guys' food gathering. There's a lot of them there. So we lost about 200 odd food so far. One's almost, I think one's just gone. We're getting there, so I'm going to add those back over here so they come back out. Let's turn their food gathering on. Just so we can stock up. We could potentially build another nest somewhere. Let's consider doing one there. I'm a little bit hesitant to, but we'll think about it. But no, let's just stop that. I'm not going to. It's just not going to happen. Let's focus on doing food. Food I don't mind doing. Oh, God. Okay, turn off their food gathering. You guys go back over here. The third wave has arrived, and you're a little bit caught up over there. That shouldn't take too long, hopefully, to deal with. There's a lot of ranged batter in them, which is the main thing working in our favour. Oh, was it Hermit Crab? 'Cause he really healed up then. Where's a spider? How did that spider heal up? So I'm not going to turn on their food gathering again, because we've got 1,100 food and a whole bunch more around as well. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, that doesn't actually matter, in fact, because there are. Let's just turn that marker off. Don't. Okay, I'm going to start on that guy for no reason. Yes, I'm feeling okay about food right now. Feeling okay about food. It's just this final wave we've got to wait for. I thought it arrived then, but no, it's just another crab. Alright then. Alright then. While we're waiting, maybe I will send these out. Just to gather some of this food. Turn that off. Let's try that again. I don't know if I ever had this much food outside of the formicarium. 1,300 we're almost up to. It's getting a bit crazy. So there's a battle, but it's just another little silly hermit crab. Come on then. Anything else I can upgrade? Oh, that's it. Oh, that's it. Oh,
Local predators pose less
there we go.
of a danger. Eventually they will be
There we
from
go. We have
somewhere in-
finally done Rising Tide on the hard. So it was
Despite the
all
dangers of the
about
beach, it seems
those
scramble to a
rapid fire, it seems. That's what really seems to have helped.
success.
And just that balance of workers to start with, how many workers you go for. But yeah, there we go. Fantastic. Let's get the royal jelly, please, and thank you. Let's end that level. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, so this has been going on about 70 minutes now or so. So probably about time that we leave this video here. Let's start some of them going out there and sorting some stuff out. Cool. Well, there we go. Rising Tide done. So next time it will be Queen of the Hill on... Oh, no, yeah, Queen of the Hill on hard. Then we need to do Rising Tide and Queen on the Hill on hard challenge mode. And then we can look at getting the Formicarium challenge completed. And we also need to look at getting some of these upgraded at some point. There's no massive rush for that. We can just start stockpiling some lovely royal jelly instead, I think. So awesome. So I hope you've enjoyed this latest part of Empires of the Undergrowth. If you have enjoyed it, please do click the like button. It really is appreciated. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Questions or comments, as always, leave them down below. I did finish that one. But if you do have any hints or tips or suggestions on how I could have done better, or if you've got any suggestions on how I can deal with Queen of the Hill upcoming, or if you'd rather just see how I deal with it and fail the first time, I guess, perhaps. Who knows? Maybe I'll smash it like I did... what was the second level called? Subjugation. I smashed Subjugation. Maybe it'd be like that where I just absolutely, yeah, bash my way through it, no problem. Maybe. Who knows? Fingers crossed. So yes, do leave your comments down below. Really do appreciate them. Don't forget, I do stream every Wednesday at 6 PM, so come along and say hello there. It'd be wonderful to see you. Otherwise, I will see you next time in Empires of the Undergrowth. And as always, thank you very much for joining me.